Hello, and thank you for joining us today for another check-in with the Scrum Masters. I'm Megan Shane, Scrum Master of the Marketing and Training team.
And I'm Bethany Planton. I'm the Scrum Master of the Writing team. And we are joined today by our President and Product Owner, Diane Leonard. Hi, Diane.
Hello.
So we had a couple questions for you while we have you with us. When and how did you come to start DH Leonard Consulting?
It's back when I was young, when I was naive, and I thought, oh, I'm joking. Okay, well, not about the young part, but maybe the naive part. So back in 2006, I thought, I've really enjoyed being on the grant making side and working with a wide range of organizations. And it's been fun to be on the employee side as a grant seeker as well. But you know what? My favorite part was really about working with a wide range of organizations and building capacity related to grant seeking. And, my minor as an undergrad had been in organizational behavior. So it's always been about capacity and how teams work together and how we can improve them. And so in 2006, I had one of those moments. I was like, I could do this. So basically, I was a freelancer thinking about grant writing services and how it is that I could help individual nonprofits. And so that's what it was all about, building capacity. And yeah, wow, 2006. That was a while ago, I guess, huh?
Yes. Yep. Time just flies by, doesn't it, when we're having fun?
That is for sure.
Well, because our viewers know that our team is spread across all over the country, where are you located?
In my favorite place, in the Thousand Islands, in far, far, far upstate New York, which, yes, I say in a way that reminds you of like a Disney faraway place, because one of our 1,800 plus islands has a tower called Calumet. That is where my daughters, when they were young, they really thought Rapunzel might live there. So I feel incredibly blessed to call the Thousand Islands home. It's a beautiful part of the country. I always joke, if people come see me, I will buy you the coffee when we sit down. Just come visit us. It's beautiful here. And while I didn't grow up here, it absolutely is where my heart and my family's heart is. So you're right. We're based everywhere, but it's a great place for team retreats and other fun activities, whether warm or cold, depending on preference.
Yeah, absolutely.
Agreed.
And I love that I'm located right here also. So I fully agree with everything that you just said about this place.
Our teams love what we call river therapy, relaxation near water.
Yes. Yep. And a good run along the river walk. Well, we hear you mention Scrum and Agile a lot when you're speaking and teaching. Can you tell us how you got started in the Agile journey?
Oh, right? I have such stories. Well, this one comes back to a family vacation. And my spouse and I were debating about, as we drive from far, far, far upstate New York down to Emerald Island, North Carolina, that's a long drive with 2 young children. What could we agree to listen to? And so my dear spouse, recognizing that I'm a type A personality, at that time we weren't talking about Enneagrams, so he didn't know I was an Enneagram 3, but I think I've got one that you're going to like. And he said, the title is called Doing Twice the Work in Half the Time. And he started to even tell me who it was by. I'm like, just stop, buy it. Let's listen to that first. Well, the book was written by Dr. Sutherland, and that was it. That was the time when I started to think about, okay, a lot of the examples were for profit and I'm running a business, but I think this makes sense for our clients, for our world. So I credit that audiobook and a great recommendation by my spouse is kind of where the idea was, where it all came together.
And look at us now.
Who knew?
Who knew? Yes. Okay. And so we know there is more to you than just writing and Agile and nonprofits. So what are some of your hobbies when you aren't working?
I have to remember that working isn't a hobby because I love everything we do. And so sometimes it's really hard, which is the benefit then of being in a beautiful place, whether it's kayaking or running or biking or snowshoeing. There's always beautiful reasons to remind me that I love to be outside. And so that's good because moving and being active as a family is what I would say is one of my big hobbies. I love to move in some way every day, whether it's yoga or the running, anything that'll get us moving. But I think another hobby, and it's one that I I sort of shifted what it looked like over the years. But reading has always been a passion of mine. For a while, it was more about reading to and with my children than about maybe what I was consuming personally outside of business books. But I've really enjoyed getting back into having book clubs and helping actually my children. They have a book club with their grandma who lives far away. And so finding time to read at least a little bit every day for something that I choose, whether it's one of these many, many business books I love to have access to, or just something fun on my Kindle, or something for an upcoming book club. That's probably those two things. If I move and read, okay, no, there's a third. I drink coffee. If I move and I read something and I drink coffee every day, like that for me is the trifecta of hobbies. And yes, to me, coffee can be a hobby.
Oh, for sure.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
No judgment, right?
And of course, last but not least, for our final question, what is your favorite ice cream?
Oh, well, so let's see. I mean, we're as a team, right? Ice cream's the thing. Like some of us ice cream crawls. And so I'm like, I should have known that would be a question. I didn't see it coming. Totally surprised. There's so many choices. I'm thinking about the chocolate one that's got the raspberry in it that Hershey makes. Can't even think of the name, but it's amazing. I'm thinking about the pumpkin pie ice cream I've had before. No, it's going to be the apple pie ice cream.
Oh,
the one that you get from the soup, and then you go walk across the street and you eat it right on the river walk.
Yep.
Apple pie ice cream's going to win. Yep.
And it's the perfect time for apple pie ice cream too.
It is. Absolutely.
It's the time of year for apple pie and apple pie ice cream and regular ice cream.
Any kind. Well, you know, it's been great talking with you. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
So I'll meet you there.
Okay, perfect.
I guess I'll go to my local place and go get some ice cream.
We'll send you some.
Well, thanks.
It might not make it.
You're right.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Diane, and being a guest with the Scrum Masters.
I love talking with our Scrum Masters, and so it's been fun to chat. Thanks for having me.